I can't tell you how pleased I am. It's as good a response as we've ever had. Maybe our best.
Everything I see indicates the same.
When you've been in it as long as I have, you can feel whether you have something or not. And this fall's showing really felt good.
All due respects to your instincts, Dad, but the sound of that applause told me we had a really hot line.
And all due respect to both of your instincts, but the early sales figures are what convinced me.
They really are something, aren't they, son?
If this pace continues, we'll have the greatest percentage of sales relative to the number of pieces shown in all of Forrester history.
If these numbers keep up, our little showstopper could be the best seller of the season.
Brava.
Where's Margo? How come she's not here?
Oh, she said she had an appointment. She just couldn't break it.
That's too bad. She's a very big part of all this. But I must say, I don't mind it just being the family. As I look at each of you, I can't tell you what it means to me to have all of you involved. That was my dream from the very beginning. That Forrester Creations be a family collaboration. And I can't thank you enough for being involved.
Let's not forget about Mother. She's also a big part of this.
There's no question that your mother has contributed a great deal to the success of this business.
And I assume will continue to do so. If that's her wish, of course.
Well, I have an appointment. But once again, I thank you all very much. Especially our youngest, newest contributor. Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
Happy day, too. See y'all later.
Where's your boyfriend?
He had a meeting.
Well, then it looks like you're stuck with me.
Look, Margo, I'm very busy right now. So whatever you came by to say it. And then if you excuse me,
Obviously, you're still upset about the other night.
damn right I am.
Well, that's why I came by, to apologize. What I did was way out of line.
Yes, it was.
I should never have called and said that I was on my way over when I knew that Kristen was here.
And then hanging up. Because if I'd known where to find you, you got to know I would have stopped you.
Okay. It was a stupid stunt, and I admit it. I apologize. Am I forgiven?
Well, maybe.
So, how did it go with Ridge and his visit with Kristen?
Very well, I think. He seemed impressed with my designs. In fact, he wanted you to take a look at them. I wanted to get your reaction.
Really?
Now, if I can just get a good reaction from you.
Oh, you know how I react to both you and your work.
I'm counting on your support. With it, I figure my foot's halfway in the door.
You've got it. But, darling, with Kristen, Ridge's, and my support combined, all that adds up to a big 0. You've got to get to Eric. He's the boss. He's the last word at Forrester. If you want in, there's no other way. You have to go to Eric.
Well, come on. This is our first real chance we've had to talk since the other night. Tell me what you think of Clarke. Not so bad once you give him half a chance, huh? And his work is spectacular. You have to admit, he's very talented.
He's not bad. Some good ideas.
I wish you could show some enthusiasm.
Hey, that's not a bad review for a Spectra designer.
But overall, you were impressed.
I was surprised. His work is better than I would have thought.
You know, I'm going to take you up on your suggestion about letting Margo see Clarke's work.
Well, I'd be interested in her opinion.
I know she's going to be knocked out. I know Margo. She'll respond to his originality and style.
I gotta say one thing, though. Of all of his work, I didn't see one idea or one design that even approached your showstopper.
Well, Ridge, I'm sure Clarke's capable of designing gowns of that caliber.
Don't undersell yourself, sis.
Ridge, if Margo does like Clarke's work, do you think there might be a chance that maybe we could allow Clarke to produce just one design out of Forrester? Just to see how he does.
Kristen, forget about the idea of Clarke coming to work for us. Dad's not gonna allow it, and frankly, neither am I.
Oh, you can be so stubborn. You know, Clarke could be very, very important to this company.
No, I doubt that.
Well, I know he could. For a fact.
Hey, wait a minute. Come here, come here. How do you know this for a fact?
Look, are you going to give him a chance or not? Ridge, please. Will you do this for me?
Sis, I looked at his work for you. That's where I draw the line. I'm sorry.
But Ridge...
Come on, case closed, sis.
You're gonna regret this, Ridge. Someday you're gonna regret this.
Go to Eric and tell him the truth. That his showstopper Kristen took credit for was yours.
Blackmail him.
Oh, that's a nasty word. And you're a very clever man. You can be a little more subtle than that.
Just tell him that Kristen passed off my design as her own. Well, so how about it, Mr. Forrester? Give me a job or I'll tell the world.
You can do better than that.
How about Kristen? What happens to her?
What happens to you if you don't? You want a future as a designer. This is your chance. In your whole lifetime, you may never have a chance like this again. You have got to do it.
It's so wonderful, Beth, holding you in my arms.
It feels wonderful. I missed you.
It won't be much longer.
After all these years, it's still hard for me to believe. It's going to happen, isn't it, Eric? I am going to be your wife.
Don't ever doubt it, Beth. Not for a moment.
I don't. It's just been a difficult few days.
Legal matters?
Declaring Stephen dead. The trial coming up. Oh, Storm said that there could be a notice in the paper. So rather than having Katie and Donna find out that way, I told them myself.
Must have been difficult.
To them, it's a death in the family.
I was afraid of that. I'm sorry you have to go through all this, Beth.
Something else happened that I think you ought to know about. I had a visitor this morning. Stephanie.
If I go to Eric Forrester and put this gun to his head, he'll throw me right out of the office.
I don't think so. He's not going to risk being the laughing stock of the industry. Do you really think he wants the word to get out that his showstopper was designed by some unknown from Spectra?
This whole thing bothers me.
Clarke, wake up! You didn't stage this whole thing. His daughter did. It was her idea, not yours. When he chose that design, she could have told him right then, but she said nothing. She let him go right ahead thinking it was hers.
Suppose you're right, and he gives me a job. What kind of future do I have getting in this way?
Well, it depends on how good you are. And if you can turn out the kind of work you've shown me, you're just money in the bank for Forrester. The memory of what has happened will become dimmer and dimmer very quickly.
I don't like it.
Afraid the design was a one-shot? That you can't do it again? Afraid to bet on yourself? You're not afraid, are you, Clarke?
Stephanie came to see you?
I was just as surprised.
What did she want?
Oh, she doesn't know anything. She just stopped by to see how I was doing. She said she'd been thinking about me and how happy she was about the quick recovery I'm making. I felt just awful, Eric. I was so guilty. I wanted to run away.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I seem to be saying that a lot, don't I?
The timing was incredible. I was just beginning to get over the trauma of telling Donna and Katie about Stephen, and then she walked in.
You seem to be bearing the brunt of this. I wish I could take some of it away. But Beth, it's going to be worth it, I promise you that.
Oh, she couldn't have been nicer, sweeter, more thoughtful.
She's been amazing. Not that she's resigned herself to the divorce, but there seems to be no bitterness, and she's trying to make everything as pleasant as possible.
Are you still sure?
I was sure back in college.
I just can't help wondering how she's going to feel when she finds out.
Hi.
Oh, Thorne.
Well, how about a little enthusiasm? After all, I am your husband.
I'm sorry, I'm just really into something.
I just dropped by for lunch.
The last thing in the world that I'm thinking about right now is lunch. I'm having another one of those days again.
You have one of those days 5 days a week.
Please try to understand. I'll just have to grab something here, but I'd love a rain check.
No rain checks.
I really don't have time to go out. I'm fighting a terrible deadline.
I figured you wouldn't have time to go out. So, I brought out in. One.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is incredible.
Caroline Forrester. This appears to be your place.
And Beth, I just won't have you feeling any guilt. A woman like you, raising a family, alone, accomplishing everything you've accomplished. If you don't have a right to reach out for some happiness, then who does?
I just wish it could be over. The legalities, the waiting.
Maybe we should just get it all out in the open. Maybe that's what's getting to us. No more secrets. Let's tell everyone. Let's do it, Beth.
How I would love that.
Well, why not? What's to stop us?
My girls. It's so much to ask them to absorb all at once. Let's wait just a little while longer.
I have never known time to go so slowly.
The slower it goes, the more we'll have left.
The one thing I don't need to worry about, Margo, is ideas. My head is full of them.
You tell me you want it so badly you can taste it, but you just stand there and won't make up your mind.
Oh, wait a minute, Margo.
Oh, stop playing games with me. I know you're an ambitious guy, driven. You want the good life and everything success can bring you. The houses, the cars, prestige, the clubs, adoration. You want it all.
You're right. As much as I can get.
Well, you're not going to get there being an altar boy. Think about it, Clarke.
The most thoughtful husband a woman could ever hope for.
Well, if I can get that kind of reaction from white wine, there's no telling what might happen with champagne. Do these doors lock?
Yes. But there are some things that just shouldn't be rushed.
Oh. I'll remember that. Next time I'll be a little earlier. Things look to be under control here. How is it going?
Well, I know it doesn't exactly look like it, but everything is really coming together. I have an acceptance from one of the finest fashion writers in Europe to do a column for us. And our regional coverage is basically falling into place. And Valerie, well, what can I say about Valerie? She is a jewel. We're really gonna have a magazine, Thorne. We really are.
I never doubted it.
Well, there were times when I did. But now I know it's gonna happen. I'm sure of it. I want to show you something. What do you think of this?
Eye on fashion. I like that. I like it very much. Is this going to be it?
Well, I think so.
In fact, I like that very much.
I think I should tell you that we didn't come up with it. Ridge did.
I know, you told me. And I still like it.
Good. This has been so much fun. Thank you for thinking of it. It really was a beautiful idea.
It's my pleasure. I think I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. I'm gonna get going. Maybe if I'm good today, I get a chance to pull it off again later.
Well, don't be too good. I could still use another moment of your time. I think I could put it to very good use.
You do you?
Garrison. What are you doing here?
Waiting for you, Mr. Forrester. I have something important to discuss with you.